Welcome back to Sport on 7 tonight. Still to come, all the big results from the weekend's football and, of course, F1. But right now, let's look at another form of motorsport. I was invited to take part in the 12-hour endurance karting race over the weekend. I put a team together, none of us with particular experience, and we set out to compete against some pretty competitive teams. This is how we got on. Welcome to Dubai Autodrome, my home for the next considerable amount of hours. The Spanish Grand Prix may be happening in Barcelona this weekend, but here at Dubai Autodrome, it's all about the 12-hour karting endurance race. I managed to get a team involved, and a long night lies ahead. The Dubai Kartdrome 2012 Endurance Championship is well underway, with a 24-hour race happening earlier this year, and now a 12-hour overnight race taking place this weekend. Amongst the competitive teams, my team are here to give it a go. Paul Velasco from Dubai Autodrome tells me about what is in store.
One thing about this event is that it does attract the best from the region, some top international teams too. If you think about it, Batelco, for instance, the team that is leading the championship currently, they went to Europe, 40 of the best teams in the world, and they won it. And Dubai Falcons, which is led by Sheikh Hasha Al Maktoum, that team finished 5th. So the level here is very, very, very high. And the corporate teams, Schwery Group, absolutely on fire. They're really investing a lot of time and even money to get their teams up to standard, and they are the teams to beat. So, yeah, you're looking at a very, very top field.
Now, obviously, my team probably aren't going to be contesting for the podium places.
What's your team?
Hopefully we'll finish. But anyway, as we look down the pit lane, it's packed tonight. There's a load of teams here. What can we expect over the next 12 hours? What kind of challenges will face us as we try and get through the night?
Okay, the race starts at 9 p.m., goes till 9 a.m. at night. And it's an extreme form of racing. There's strategy involved. Drivers will, do hydration. It's very hot at the moment, humid. So I think at the end of the day, it's very difficult to plan what's going to happen, because these races are all different. There's not one race is ever the same. And for a new team such as yourselves, I think you're going to, you're taking it very seriously, and I think that's already, you've ticked one box there.
I think you can tell by our garage that we are taking it very seriously. I mean, we've obviously got the finest athletes ready to race there. And we've got some goodies from Spinneys on the table.
Yeah, but I tell you what, the truth is I've seen guys take it far less seriously. I know that inside you guys are very competitive from what I've seen. The fact that you were here on time already tells me that you're keen. So I think it's going to be an eye-opener for you at how fast the guys are and how tough it actually is. These karts are, to drive them well, you've got to be a really good driver. You've got to concentrate, you've got to focus. So yeah, I think it's going to be a test of endurance for you guys, and for everyone else. Yeah, it's really a test of endurance while racing against a bunch of guys that all want to do well.
As the race approaches, we must knuckle down and give ourselves the best shot possible. These races are as much about the pace on the track as they are about avoiding penalties. It's going to be a long night, and it was important to make sure we all understood what we needed to do. As the karts got out on track for the first time, I had a wander down the pit lane. It's 7 o'clock at the moment, and qualifying's just begun for the 12-hour race, which starts at 9. Let me just grab Tarek here from the AUH motor racing team. Obviously, you're hoping for a competitive race. How are you feeling ahead of it?
Yeah, not too bad. It's our first race ever in this category. We normally run radicals. But we're confident we're going to have a good crack at it and hopefully generate some publicity for the radical racing that we do.
I know down the pit lane, I mean, your pit compared to our pit is a remarkable difference. You have it all set up and it all looks good. We've just got a couple of table and chairs, but you really do mean business, don't you?
Well, we're professionals. As a team, we're very professional, so we like to be professional whatever we do. And part of that professionalism hopefully will rub off on track where we can come up with a good result.
Wish you the best of luck for the night.
Thank you very much.
We were given kart number 27 for the challenge. Come 9 p.m, this kart will be running non-stop for 12 hours. We had an hour of practice to get used to the Kartdrome outdoors circuit, a 1.2 kilometre track. A new configuration was put in place, which had never been used before, so our 5 drivers got as many laps in as possible. I'd be qualifying the car, and our most experienced team member, Reswee, guided me through what was required. Reswee, now we're halfway through practice session. I mean, we're not going to compete for the win, but how do you think we're going to do tonight?
Pretty much we're going to be okay as long as we don't crash the car. I mean, I hope we don't finish the last, so that's going to be the target.
Reswee here is our star man, basically. The rest of us are slow, but Reswee here, you're going to get us up there, and hopefully, I think there's how many teams are there competing? 20 odd or so. So hopefully we'll be maybe 18th or 19th.
Yeah, sure. I mean, as long we got safe on the evening, we'll make sure that we get a pretty much good timing at least. Yeah, not hope for the best.
With the lap times of all of the teams visible on our pit garage monitor, it was clear to see that we were slow. To qualify the car on the grid, we had 10 minutes to get as many fast laps in as possible. I tried to push and push, noticing that one slight lapse in concentration would ruin a lap. Just a qualification round in the evening humidity was tiring enough. Right, so just finished qualifying. I was hoping for a top 10 finish. It's turned out we're stone cold last. A little bit, about a second off the pace. Our team member Grant is with me. Looking forward to the evening?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to finishing as well. But you know, if you want to finish, if you want to finish first, you have to first finish.
That's right. 12 hours, of course, of racing. We're going to do 40-minute stints, I think, throughout the night. It's going to be tricky getting all the timings right because you've got to be in the pits for 90 seconds at a time and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we didn't realise just how much went into it, and we came here and I went to a briefing and. You get 40 minutes and you can't do more than that, and second driver has to spend 40 minutes here and 45 and all over the place. So all of a sudden I've become the tactician.
Have you got a calculator?
I have got a calculator, yeah, and it does time as well, so right. I'm pretty happy with that. It's good.
All right, so the race gets underway at 9 o'clock in about 15 minutes' time. We'll be starting on the grid at the back, but we'll see how the night goes. Hopefully we can have a decent competitive race over the next 12 hours. If you thought qualifying was tough, wait until you see how we got on in the race. Now, one thing I found out over the weekend was for motorsport you need to be pretty fit. Here is Shane with some tips for you.
Hi there, Shane here from B2B Fitness. Today we're going to speak to you about the plank, also commonly known as the bridge. This is a core strengthening exercise which will be all designed around suspending your body weight off the ground. From here, we come down to the ground, placing our hands nice and straight on top of our elbows. We make sure that our shoulders are over top of our elbows, our feet are nice and close together, our hips are exactly the same height as our shoulders, our stomachs or our belly button is drawn in, and we are breathing. Nice short breaths. The common problem with this exercise is people's lower backs will fatigue before their stomachs. It is all about your hip positioning. If that happens, position your hips forward. We do not want to see you push your bums up, and we do not want to see you push back on your arms. We want you to come forward and be completely straight. Make sure your head is up. When you need to rest, drop your knees to the ground, come off your arms before attempting it again. A good way to work this out and improve your plank at home is to go down into your position, hold for as long as you can, timing it. When it becomes too much for the stomach, releasing, giving yourself 30 seconds rest and repeating it and trying to go as long as you can again.
Thanks, Shane. Stay with us tonight. Next, we'll see how myself and my team members got on during the 12-hour endurance kart race this weekend. Plus, all the big results are coming up too. Stay there. It's Sport on 7.